Matt here at the Middle Earth channel. I have just got out of a screening of The Mandalorian and Grogu, and yeah, it's still knocking around in my head. I'm still kind of trying to think how I feel about it. I always try to go into movies like with no expectations, you know what I mean? And it's hard to do that with Star Wars, but like I think people need to understand what they're gonna get. You know what I mean? What movie they're going to see. They're literally going to see The Mandalorian and Grogu. Yeah, so like it's not going to be a sequel to anything that you've seen before in Star Wars. It's not going to be like deep in that lore or like move the story of Star Wars forward or anything. But what this movie does do, I think, really well is it introduces cool new characters, specifically Rota the Hutt and like the Colonel that Sigourney Weaver plays. She's a really interesting character, and I think hopefully they'll use her moving forward. I think we're pretty lucky in the fact that people say, oh yeah, well, it looks just like the films, like, or it looks like the TV show. But that's not because it looks cheap, it's because the TV shows look that good. You know what I mean? It's not. And like I think the score is brilliant as well. Ludwig Göransson does a really good job. If you love these characters like Mando and Grogu, like I've come to, I think it's because the Mandalorian came out at like an interesting time in my life. It was when like I was kind of, I think when the first season came out, when I was still like single, like I lived on my own, and like it was literally just like me and the cat. And then Mandalorian came along and like found this little like child essentially, and that's like he was like a really closed off guy and stuff, and like I literally had a suit of armor on, which was kind of similar to like how I was as a person. And then like I met my partner, and like she had a daughter already, so like and they like kind of like came into my life and like changed it. And I think that's always I've always like had an interesting relationship with the character of the Mandalorian, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think it always has kind of appealed to me, that kind of character. Like, I kind of sympathise with him as a character, you know what I mean? Where like he's kind of grown to love this little person. In my case, obviously, like grown to love like people extra and like let my walls down and that kind of thing. And I think, does the film kind of move the characters forward? Not really. But if you want to see some awesome action and some good little character bits from Grogu and like Mandalorian, they get like little bits on their own which are cute and funny. It kind of falls into the similar kind of realm as I'd say Return of the Jedi, rather than like Empire, you know what I mean, where it's fun and it's got cute bits in it and it's got funny bits in it. And like, yeah, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it for what it was. But yeah, this was also my first solo cinema trip for a long time. I've not been on my own for years now, to be honest. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been to the cinema on my own, and I really did enjoy it. Like, you don't really have to focus on anyone else, you can just engage well with the film. I did that. And yeah, the music was really a standout in this. I think there's some really different music they've not really had in Star Wars before. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, Rota the Hutt, keep an eye on that guy. So I feel like we're going to get him. I feel like what this film is helping to do is kind of lay more of the groundwork that Filoni wants to like put out there, you know what I mean? So we've got like a new roster of characters to pull from. That's what I feel like. And it kind of played with that idea of, oh, Mando's not always going to be there for Grogu, you know what I mean? But if it's kind of like laying the groundwork for that in the future. But I'm really interested to see like where they go from here, you know what I mean? Like, is it going to go back? Is it going to stick with films now, or are they going to go back to the Mando series? Or very busy in here, so there's lots of car noises. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see what Filoni's going to do with the Mandalorian. And like, obviously Pedro's not going to be able to do it forever, so what are they going to do? They've got to like either write him out or... But Woody, I don't know. Would he do it forever? I'm not sure. Yeah, those are my initial thoughts. I'm going to be doing a proper review with Lewis. So unfortunately he had to... he couldn't make the screening today, so I've had to do it solo, like I did mention. But I still enjoyed it. I'll be interested to see what he thinks as a avid Star Wars person like myself. But yeah, we'll be doing a review together when he's available and he's seen it. So that'll be coming to the channel soon. Goodbye for now.